Howdy folks, I've ordered some paint for my A400M and I'm waiting on a delivery. So for now I'm going to build this kit until that turns up. This is the Mk A Whippet World War I tank 1918. This is where I'm currently at so far. If you look in the instructions, it's the looks like the running gear, idler wheels, which are these parts here. My next step is working on the body of the tank. Folks, this section is complete now. This is the completed section. When I did a previous video about the unboxing, I didn't find a date. I have found a date. It's on the inside, that piece of plastic. 1994 the kit was. So it's a fair old kit now. The engineering for this kit is still really good. Fit issues, I haven't come across any fit issues so far. Everything's slotted in like a little puzzle, gone together so well. If the rest of it goes together just as well as this bit, it's going to be a nice kit. My next step, we're on number 5 now, is this triangle front of the tank. It's the nose. So if you look at this piece here, it's this section here I'm on now, and then we move on to the tracks, which I'll do at the end. Check in when I've done the nose cone. Right, the nose cone is all complete now. My next step is this one here. Is the fighting compartment and crew compartment, and the hatch. I'll check in when I've done that as well. Folks, the tank is all complete now. Just going to be ready for paint. So I'm just going to let this sit and dry. Once it's all dry, it's ready for paint. What I'll do is do a black base or primer, and then I'll do some of the panels in white for highlights, and I'll put down the main colour, which would be the greenish colour I found. I'm going to use a brownish green colour as a base, and then I can do washes and grime and streaks and weather it all up and beat it all up. The markings on the side, which are the white and red stripes, I will paint them on like it was in the field. I'm not going to use the decals. I'll check in when it's painted and it'll be complete by then. Folks, well, this section is going to be the exhaust for the Whippet. I've done a base coat of a rust colour. Around the centre of some of the Whippets had like string or rope or whatever. It was wrapped around the exhaust for some unknown reason. I don't know what it is actually there for, so I'm going to mimic that by using this cotton. Take a look at this picture that I have. It's not a clear picture, but it's kind of the effect I want to get. Take a look. So there you go, guys. There's the 2 exhaust done with the rope or string texture. I used Microsol Crystal Clear, which is this product here. It's like a PVA glue mixture. When it dries, it goes crystal clear. So hopefully that's strong enough to stick it down. I've used that because obviously, just like it says, it dries clear, so you're not going to see any glue. Hopefully that's strong enough. that's my take on the exhaust. I've still got to weather them up a little bit more, but the actual colour of the string is going to stay this beigey brown colour. And I'll check in when I've done some more on the tank. Right folks, here's the tank and it's done with its base primer coat. What I use for that is Tamir's F69 NATO Black. That's what I use for a primer coat and shadow coat. Also allows you to check your work and make sure you've got no flaws with the kit. So if you need to address anything, this is the stage you need to address it now before going on to painting. This is the tank in NATO Black. My second step will be white highlights over the panels, and then this third coat will be its base colour, which should be the browny green colour, and then it'll be ready for washes and etc. and weathering. Here folks, she's all painted now in the base colour. There's a mixture of earth brown, deck tan and NATO green, equal parts. I think it's like 35% or something like that, or 32% roughly each, to make this earthy brown green colour. On camera it looks a bit more brown than it is green, but in real, when you look at it in real, there is a slight hint of green in it. I've got yet to do the markings now, which is the red and white stripe which goes on this front wheel arch piece is red and white stripe. This whole tyre hood up the top here is one giant red and white stripe flag, for obviously the aeroplanes flying over can tell which is the British, because obviously the Germans had these tanks as well, only the captured ones though, they didn't make them, they only used the captured ones. And underneath the front chin or nose there's a red and white stripe marking as well, and obviously on the other side to match the other wheel arch piece is another red and white stripe. There will be painted on like it was in the field. I've got some markings to go around the crew compartment, and then they'll be ready for washes and weathering and streaks and grimes and dirt and pigments and just everything else to really beat it up and do chipping, and I think it looked pretty cool. It's probably not accurate to the colours of the tank, but there's discussion of how World War II colours are, of if they're this colour, they did this colour, but this is my take on my version, so this is how I'm going to do it. Obviously the guns have got to be done as well in gunmetal or blackish colour, but the next step will be the completed tank. Folks, it's all painted now. Tracks have been painted in a brown colour and also been put on. I've got to do clear coat and it'll be ready for grime and washes and pigments and everything else. I'll check in when I've finished the tank completely. That'd be my next step, is finishing it off. Next time you see this tank, it'll be finished. Folks, my tank is all finished now. This is pretty much how I'm gonna leave it now. I've done the weathering, dirt, grime, everything I can think of. I've used fillet hose, pigments, MIG washes, MIG grimes, AK weathering pencils, Tamir's panel line, Flory's washes, pretty much you name it, I've used it. All my products that I use for weathering, pretty much used every single one. You got streaks coming down from the roof, chipping all over, dirt, grime. And this is my finished tank. Hope you all like it. I think it's come out pretty well. I'm impressed with this kit. They go together so well. They pretty much slot in like a puzzle. Tracks can be a little bit iffy. What I did was use some strong super glue, which was Gorilla super glue I used for the points, and I used staples from a staple gun, so I stapled the track together. Snipped the ends of the wire off from the staples, and you wouldn't even, and obviously because the staple was on the inside of the track and you're not going to see it at all. I was impressed with the kit so much, I've gone ahead and ordered the other World War I tanks that the company does, and if they come out just as good as this does, I'm going to have some decent tanks for my collection. I highly recommend this kit, to go and get one and try it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you later.